Namaskar, friends. We see what are our 10 repeat daily wrong habits. That is the step one we need to know. Chronic stress, it impairs restfulness and it affects our health in a big way. Lack of 7 hours night sleep, 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. Very, very essential. Sedentary lifestyle, lack of movement, no physical exercise. Intoxicants like alcohol, tobacco, stimulants like coffee, tea, taking multiple times in a day, dehydration and wrong way of drinking water, not drinking sufficient water, and that too drinking water wrongly. You drink water, sit for food, while eating, people drink water. Immediately after eating food, they drink water. Constipation, gas, bloating, poor gut health. People are habituated to eat 3, 4 times, but the bowel movement very difficult. Sometimes it happens during the day. Otherwise, once in 2 days for people. So two bowel movements would be very very essential. Look at it, friend. What happens? We have not talked about food. We will see it here. Look at human body is well designed. Look at this is optimal level. So fasting blood sugar should be 70 milligram per deciliter. Suppose you have not got food for 3, 4 days. Simply are living on water. How your body manages minimum 70? It has its own mechanism. Suppose you are having a lot of feasting, 4 days, 5 days, you have absolute great feasting also. Then your sugar level should not go beyond 120 because going when above 120 in a long run is a dangerous thing. So the body maintains, it has its own methods. See, let's look at it. What matters? Number of blood glucose spikes. Whenever you eat anything, other than what anything else is food, whenever you eat anything, there is a blood spike. From probably at fasting to jump to 150, 200, but in 2 hours it come back 120. That's how the mechanism works. Number of blood glucose spike depends on number of times you're eating and degree of glucose spike. This depends on type of food you are taking. If you are taking ultra processed, high carb foods, what happens if you take an ice cream and a fasted mode, your fasting sugar is 70 grams, 70 milligram per deciliter. If you take ice cream, bakery sweets, it may go up to 300. But of course, in 2 hours' time, it will come down. Who is bringing it down? This is what is the beautiful mechanism. This is in our hands. This is what body does. There is an insulin. See, pancreas produces insulin. The insulin is instrumental in putting glucose from the blood into the cells. So look at the insulin. Fasting insulin should be around 3 when we did not eat. When after 2 hours after whatever food you eat, the insulin should come back. That's how the mechanism works. A well-balanced, orchestrated mechanism. But what happens over a period of time if you're continuously abusing, eating number of times, breakfast, lunch, dinner, 1, 2 times coffee, tea, and that too at times high carb foods, bakery items, processed foods, and all that, over the years, what happens? You develop insulin resistance. What is insulin resistance? What happens, friends, to bring down the sugar levels to this optimal for years and decades, insulin will keep going up. Fasting insulin may go up to 7, 8, 10, 12, 15, 20. TP insulin after 2 hours, it does not come back to 30. It could be 45, 50, 60, 70. Over a period of time, you have tons of insulin in the body. Insulin, high insulin in the body at the cost of maintaining the glucose because high glucose is very dangerous, friends. So the body finds the less dangerous stuff. It has at any cost bring down the PP glucose levels below 120. For that, there is a high insulin. Pancreas is working overtime. So what happens? Stage one. The first problem is called insulinemia. That means high insulin level. You check such people, the fasting insulin could be 7, 8, 10, 15, 20. And that's how they develop insulin resistance. What is this insulin resistance, friends? If you're subjected to one thing more, you develop a resistance. Suppose you're working in a, say, a nightclub where a lot of sounds are there, a lot of music is there. So over a period of time, your sensing, hearing sense will go down. Suppose somebody is working in a fish market. Initially, he just can't stay there in the fish market. But over a period of time, because of constant exposure of the smell, this person will develop a resistance to that fish smell. If he goes other side, it's all right. He get other smells. That's how high insulin level develop insulin resistance. What is insulin resistance cause? First, it causes belly fat. obesity, cardiovascular diseases, PCOS, blood pressure, thyroid. Friends, let me tell you, for those initial period, your sugar levels are normal. See, once the insulin resistance happens, what are the problems? First is belly fat, weight gain, fatty liver, PCOS, high blood pressure, high cholesterol. There is a stroke, dementia, then heart problem. See, diabetes happens at the very last stage. What is the second stage of insulinemia and insulin resistance? In that conditions, in the body, the insulin levels are very high. Fasting insulin could be beyond 7, 8, 10. PP insulin could be around 50, 60, 70 and all that. But fasting glucose could be around pre-diabetes range. What is pre-diabetes range? Just about below 120, 100 and 120 is fasting. PP is around 140, 160. But over a period of time, they develop diabetes. This is the second stage. Let me tell you, friends, maybe 80% of the population, Indian population, are in stage one. A lot of people have belly fat, obesity, and all that, but they may not have pre-diabetes. But a lot of people are in this pre-diabetes and diabetes stage. What is stage three, friends? Can anybody guess? Stage three is by allowing the pancreas to work continuously at a over speed, pancreas loses its capability. Then pancreas is not producing sufficient insulin. That is called stage three, pancreatic dysfunction. That is severe diabetes. That means people are not able to control their sugar by way of any medication and all that. They require insulin. That means what, friends? We have come from type 2 diabetes to type 1 diabetes over the years. So what we need to do, we need to not only check fasting sugar, fasting insulin, friend. There are 10 parameters which are absolutely essential. Out of that, several blood tests. Let's look at them, what they are. Second step, you need to check your 7 blood tests, friend. You tag your health score on 10 parameters. What are these 10 parameters? Weight, waist size, blood pressure, number of medicine, HbA1c, fasting glucose, fasting insulin, lipid profile, thyroid profile, D vitamin, B12. These are the 7 blood tests, the 10 parameters. So the gentleman got this, checked all the parameters. Look at it. Out of 10 parameters, he was okay and is okay on 10 parameters. Look at, friends, there's an optimal range, very important. You go for the optimal range. Especially D vitamin, they say 30 to 100, but ideal is 50 to 100. Fasting insulin is very critical. They say up to 25. No, friend, it would be ideal would be between 3 to 6. This gentleman followed wellness secrets, Dinacharya, 10 daily steps. Look at what are the problems he has. 16 kg overweight, 3 inches overweight size, blood pressure, pre-diabetes, dyslipidemia, D vitamin, B12 deficiency, is under medication. By following these 10 daily steps, look at how he has improved. He has lost 16 kg weight, 3 inches waist size reduction, non-diabetes, improved lipid profile, nil medication, health score improved from 10% to 80%. Friends, these are the important steps one should follow. Thank you very much for listening. Knowledge and discipline are the gateways to your health, friends. You must invest time. If you like the video, please subscribe and share to my channel.